The Rahim's major concern, first we have discussed his idea that society is above individuals, society is of its own kind, society is sui generis. And he said that basically there are social facts which control individuals. Whatever is happening in society should not be explained through individual acts, individual decisions, or individual choices. This is against sociological analysis, according to the Rahim. According to the Rahim, so there are social facts which control our actions, which are coercive of us, which are external to us. And those are basically patterns of thinking, patterns of feeling, patterns of doing things. We have recipes of everything in society. We have rules and regulations. Even if we have to cook something, there is a recipe. We cannot just experiment with everything. So we are, ordered social life is only possible if we follow certain things which are handed over to us by the previous generation. We do some limited experimentation and then we accept those and then we pass it to the next generation and so on and so forth. This is how the whole social order basically it travels through time. So social facts are outside us and they control us. Our dressing, for example, we do not have all the time. Experimenting with our dress. This is just given. So things are given which they are outside us. Now, according to the theme, social facts can be analyzed sociologically by in two directions. First of all is the question of origin of social fact. How a particular social fact, how a particular norm, for example, how a particular value, how a particular law, how a particular social institution originated. What were the causes? These causes of a particular social tradition cannot be attributed to the choice and decision of individuals. Rather, a particular social fact should be analyzed by some underlying social fact, right? So there is some social facts are very apparent and they are in front of us, and some are behind those social facts. So the purpose of sociological analysis is to dig that what is beneath that social fact. So this should be the direction of social fact. This is one purpose of sociology. The other purpose of sociology is to understand the function of a social fact. By function we mean the social consequences, right? So what are the consequences of social fact? How it is functional? What is function? The contribution of the part for the whole, or we can say how that part contributes towards social equilibrium. We have said in our previous lectures that functionalism assumes that society remains in a state of equilibrium. This state of equilibrium is achieved by the work of all the parts. So every part works toward that equilibrium. That portion of a particular part, that portion of work, that is called function. So what is the function of a particular social fact? So how it originated, its cause, and what are its consequences, its function. These are, you can say, two purposes of sociological analysis according to the theme. So please read about social facts and make a small research on the idea of social facts, what can be its kinds, and I'll send you a picture. You must have uh, a handout, a whole chapter, which was like 50 pages, which I asked you to take from the photocopier. But otherwise, I will send you along with my lectures, one or two or three pages to read, and then also to read from the book of Ritzer. So we are studying the theme. We have discussed the idea of social facts. And the theme, like other sociologists, also uh, says that society moves. Society, although remains in a state of equilibrium, but it is always changing. There is social dynamics, social statics. When we study society at rest, at a particular point of time, T1, society at rest, this is social statics. And when we study the movement of society from time T1 to T2, this would be social dynamics. Basically, sociology is social statics, which is the study of society at rest. It is the study of structure of society. And then how it moves, why it moves, in what direction it moves, this is the social dynamics. So they both become sociology. According to the theme, societies move toward complexity, from simple societies to complex societies. This is a general observation, and we know that primitive societies were simple and modern societies highly complex society. And the key to understand uh, this movement is the idea of division of labor. Division of labor. This is an important variable. So this division of labor basically is that in simple societies, people are involved in similar activities, homogeneous society. People, for example, in an agriculture society, or in even before that, in primitive societies, people were engaged in, for example, fishing, or people are engaged in raising the livestock, or in hunting and gathering societies. People are doing same activity, same economic activity, same kind of social institutions. So in simple societies are homogeneous societies, and division of labor is minimum. All people are doing same kind of work. But with the passage of time, with the increasing complexity and increasing division of labor, increasing compartmentalization of work, what happened? That societies became complex. So now people are doing very different kind of work, and sometimes it is difficult to understand the other one's work. And with the passage of time, as is the case in modern society, the society of 20th century, when the Rahim was writing in the early 20th century, societies had already become highly complex. So doctors live another world, in another world. Lawyers have another world. Engineers are different. They do not sometimes understand each other's social problems even, and their mindset becomes different. So their angles become different, their perspectives become different. So the theme says that in simple societies, when division of labor is minimum, what happens? They have solidarity. They have very strong solidarity. The society is cohesive. So their social cohesion and social solidarity is understandable because they are doing same kind of activities. But and he says that solidarity, he names it as, or he names it as mechanical solidarity. Mechanical solidarity. Mechanical solidarity is characteristic of simple societies. A society, why he refers it mechanical, we will discuss later on. But with the passage of time, this mechanical solidarity disappears, because now in the complex societies, people are engaged in different kind of work, and they have specialized words. So now that solidarity would be disrupted, and that would be a loss of solidarity. So the theme says that this condition where solidarity is lost, he labels this condition as anomie. Anomie basically means normlessness. Normlessness simply means that society is no more able to guide us about our behavior. There are no norms, expected behavior, right? We have, so each one is living in his own world. But this situation of economy would not continue for long, because soon different social institutions which are compartmentalized now would be able to understand and appreciate each other when they would need each other. As for example, different organs of human body, they cooperate with one another, although they are specialized in their function. They are different from one another in their structure and in their function, in their origin, they are different, but they depend on one another for the life of the organism. So similarly, different words, different social institutions would now cooperate with one another. Their interdependence, their mutual dependence on one another would create a new kind of solidarity, and he refers to that solidarity as organic solidarity. Organic solidarity, this word has been originated from that how organs depend on one another. So organic solidarity is the characteristic of complex society, and mechanical solidarity is characteristic of simple societies. Why mechanical? Because just like the products of a machine which are similar, which are same basically. So as a machine, products are same. Similarly, in simple societies, things are same. Economic activities are same. In this sense, this is mechanical solidarity and this is organic solidarity. We will continue our discussion with the theme. Thank you very much.